Ryan, can you go into some detail about the start of this game, those first couple possessions for you guys, and just what that meant from an execution standpoint, what that meant also probably from an energy, confidence, whatever intangibles you want to say, standpoint?
Yeah. Well, I think this week in practice with Coach Henson, we all had a lot of confidence in the game plan and what we kind of thought was going to happen. And in the hotel last night, we talked a lot about those first couple of drives, like what plays we were thinking, what was going to be good for us. And it pretty much went exactly how we thought it would, with what play we were going to run and what look we might get. So it made it really easy for all of us to just be able to go out there and play loose.
Yeah, Manny, just talk about pitching the shutout. I know they missed a couple field goals, but just you can look back and see that 0 there, and I think you had 4 sacks and 7 TFLs. Just to play the defense overall from your mindset.
Overall, it's hard to do, and we took pride in just trying to keep the 0 on the board. And as long as we stuck together, that's how it turned out, and we happy how it turned out. And it's just, like I said, hard to do. So for us to be able to accomplish that, it just means a lot. Bring a lot of confidence to our defense and just show us what we are to start.
Ryan, this is the first time we've talked to you since you came back. A lot's changed since the last time you started a game for Purdue. Is there a different feel being the guy going into a season versus the situation you had against Northwestern a couple years ago, against Illinois and Oregon last season?
I wouldn't say so, and I think some people might have different answers to that. But I think for me, I've always prepared myself, no matter what, if I was playing or not, that I was going to play that game. So I think the team comes around you a little bit more when you're the starter going into week 1, like right now. But I mean, other than that, it was just another game. Preparing, just trying to win the game.
Other questions, Tom?
Armand, did you think this day was coming? He had 101 yards receiving, I think, on the first quarter. Kind of take us through that first touch on the 49-yard. It looked like you broke 2 tackles. Then you had a nice little spin move there at the end. Kind of talk about your day and that play in particular.
Oh, definitely. I definitely knew this day was gonna come. I stayed down. I've been grinding from day 1, from when I first started playing football. I was a late bloomer in high school. That's what I did. I break tackles. I averaged 30 yards yak senior year, so I'm used to it, which y'all gonna be used to it very soon. But breaking tackles, that's what they teach. That's what they tell us to do. If you can't break a tackle, you're gonna be sitting on the sideline. So I don't want to do that. And my quarterback, he trusts me. So if he give me the ball, it's only one goal we're trying to do is go score. So breaking tackles is what I need to do, and that's what the team like to see. And it gives the defense juice and my teammates juice. So and also the coaches believe in everybody. So when you got coaches that believe in you, you feel like you can do anything. You break 8 tackles, like I'm blessed.
For sure.
CJ, when it comes out and the offenses get some explosive plays and goes touchdown, 3-and-out touchdown, I guess what is that doing for the defense at that point? What did that mean for you guys for the rest of the game, as far as just giving you guys a foundation, maybe a high floor to work with?
Yeah, I mean, when offense is at work, they're making explosive plays and putting up points. I mean, it's just high energy all around, especially for the defense. I mean, just like I said, the energy part, right? We get to step out on the field and just go play ball. Go play ball. Like, we got another team on their heels, and that's where you want to be on the defense. You know what I'm saying? So.
This is for everybody. A lot of you guys on the team are outspoken about your faith. Are there any particular verses you guys like to say before going into a game, before a practice?
Let's take that one first.
I'll take Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. Seek God and His kingdom of righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. I kind of just feel like, especially like going before a game, the anxious thoughts, the fear, the doubts, the worries, like putting all that aside and just knowing that God got you no matter what. Like, that's something I just lean on for sure.
I would say no specific ones before every game or anything like that, but
I do talk to myself about God a lot. I thank Him. I make sure I let myself know that He is my portion. He's all I need, and that just brings another type of energy internally, and it helps to keep me driving. I know that He's the driving factor inside of me.
I don't go over a verse before every game, but I do have a picture in my room of Isaiah 40:31, and I can't recite it for you perfectly. But it says, "Those who trust in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles." I can't remember the rest, but to me that just means a lot, knowing that if I trust in God, I can do anything. So that's what I do.
Ryan, I think you clearly had a connection with Armad before you went to North Carolina. Did he seem like a different player when you came back? I guess what changed from his spring season where he kind of elevated himself up the depth chart a little bit?
I think Amado's always been great, and starting in January, he had coaches who believed in him, and that's the only thing that changed.
This is for all you guys. How did it feel, number one, to get to play in front of those Boilermaker fans, but also get a win in front of those Boilermaker fans?
Man, that was huge. That was huge, man. Ross-Ade was lit tonight. Big shout out to all the fans that came out and supported us for our first game. We just hope to see y'all again. Come back. You know, we're gonna put on a good show for y'all for the rest of the season. And it was amazing. It was amazing to say the least. I mean, just being under a new coaching staff and coming out first win. No matter you win by, like Coach said, you win by 31, or you run by 1. The win is a win, and we're proud of that. Great environment. Loved it. Loved to see all the faces having fun. It just helped to bring the energy to us, and it reflected in our play, obviously. It was, of course, good to perform how we did in front of them for the first time, and we can't wait to see them again, for sure.
I would say that we have the best fans in the country. And the reason I say that is no matter what happened in the past, game 1 this year, everybody was there ready to go. And like that means a lot to us, and like it makes it a lot easier to play hard.
Definitely. And then Coach Odom, when Coach Odom first came, he never talked about the old staff or where he came from, none of that. He talked about Ross-Ade, like how he want Ross-Ade to be. He want Ross-Ade to be the old Ross-Ade. So to be able to, from January all the way to August 30th, grinding every day, and he's the same person, all the coaches are, and they all break the whole thing, like they want everybody to be great, and it was fun to see Ross-Ade back up jumping, so I loved it.
This is for Ryan. Just you talked about how great the fans are. So how important was it today to just kind of show them that the program is moving in a different direction? There's all this potential ahead. Like, was there any more meaning to getting the win and also getting off on the right foot for Coach Odom?
Right. Well, I think getting the first win for Coach Odom is huge, and he has a lot to do with that. And you know, I love Coach Odom since I've been with him. He's been amazing, and you know, obviously, winning for your fans is the best part of winning, because if you go out to your game and you have nobody there rooting for you, it's a completely different game. So, you know, without them, the game wouldn't be as fun. So, you know, I really appreciate them, and it wouldn't be the same without them.
Armad, similar question to one Ryan was just asked. Just, you know, can you talk a little bit about your guys' connection and what you've seen from him since he got back on campus?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like it was my first day here, my freshman year. You know, he early enrolled, so I came in the end of May, and he was almost the first person I met. Like I had roommates that stayed with me, but he was literally the first one in my apartment in Fuse. I remember that from day one. So we always had and even whenever I was in high school, when I committed, we would text everything. Like we got something to do. So we stayed down, and every day he made like. The past couple years, you know, it's easy to get your head messed up and stuff, but he made sure that we stayed on the right path. Like, it was just, he a real brother. So to get out there and he's back, and to see him and to see us do what we do, get the offense rolling, it just feels great to be, like I said, back in Ross-Ade with my brother. So I'm ready.
Armad, Coach Odom mentioned your blocking ability. How have you improved in that regard? You know, a former track star, a guy who's now taking the physical part of the game and adding that to your repertoire.
Definitely. Like my mom say all the time, like it was probably 10 in the morning yesterday. I was just laying in bed just thinking about where I came from and how hard I worked. And then my mom called me, she texted me, she was like, she just started crying, and then she said, go out there and give it your all. So she texted me before practice and everything, go give it your all. So to have a great fan base, not only in Ross-Ade, but in the household, you know, that makes you want to go out there and leave everything out there. So, and the coaches also, they tell you, first thing is we're going to block for each other. Before the touchdowns, all that, we're going to block for each other. And when you block, good things happen. The ball finds you. So I just want to go out there and give it all to my brothers, the running back, because it's not easy being a running back or O-lineman, staying back there, you know. You got blitz coming at you. You got to sit in there. You can't do anything, and the quarterback get it off catch. But I just want to do what's right for the team.
Yeah, Ryan, I think you committed to Jeff Brown. You know, played for Ryan Walters. You left for North Carolina. You're back here with Barry Odom. Went to 4 high schools in 4 years. Just can you imagine you be where you're at right now, the starting quarterback of a Big Ten program coming off a win like that today?
Yeah. Well, I think the reason I went to 4 high schools, you know, moving to Florida when COVID happened, leaving Michigan was all because I wanted to be where I am right now. So everything I've done my whole life is to be in this position. So I would say that I didn't see myself being here, but we've got a lot more work to do.
CJ, obviously this is great today and the shutout and all of that stuff, but a year ago you guys were in the same situation, feeling like, you know, this program is moving in the right direction and it kind of snowballed out of control. How do you stack the days now moving forward to know, you know, this is great, but tomorrow this doesn't mean anything?
Right, like you just said, I mean, it's just more about, you know, just enjoying what you have right now, but tomorrow, Sunday, it's time to go to work. You know, it's time to focus on the next opponent. And not getting too caught up on what I did last week or what I did last game, things of such. You know, I feel like Coach Odom does a great job just keeping our heads clear and being intentional about each practice and each day, like walkthroughs, all that. So that's definitely something that we want to focus on moving forward.
Man, you're the only one up there who didn't play with Ryan last year. You were here during the spring when there's a whole other quarterback situation going on, and he comes in after that. Just for yourself, or speaking on behalf of people like that, what did he do that showed you that maybe he was the guy that should have that job, and how did he earn your respect and trust?
I got an easy answer for that. When stuff got hard for me during summer training, stuff got hard and I try to attack everything I do, but when sometimes I might be feeling fatigue or I might be feeling like I'm slacking myself, I heard his voice and he was just being encouraging, kind of like he said, he was making sure he was vocal about being there for his teammates like a brother. And it just showed me what type of person he was. And from there, it's easy to cling to a person like that, you know? So from there, I understood that I could trust him to motivate me when maybe I'm not doing my best. And that's important, especially when you on the field and you got to trust 11 other people or 22 other people, or 21, sorry, but when you got to trust that many people and somebody's as vocal as that, like that, and they speak to you in a positive manner, keep you going when you tired, when you fatigued, when you don't want to go no more. I mean, it show what type of leader they can be, it show what type of player they could be, and show what type of brother they could be to you. So that's what I saw out of him early in training.
Just listening to you guys talk right now, I'm hearing words like brother, trust, leader. Do you guys think you guys are closer than you guys were last year? You guys trust each other more? How do you guys feel about the team as a whole? Are you guys really brothers? How do you guys feel about each other's relationships?
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to talk about last year, but I know this year for sure we're close. Like Coach Odom makes sure we're close. When you see everybody out there working, it's not a lot of teams that's going 24 periods of practice and going at it, and everybody keeping each other safe and you don't see that a lot. So when you see everybody come in and attack practice and attack rehab and everything in the class, all that, like, it's easy to get trust. Trust come from the classroom, off the field, anything. So it's like, off the field, we bond well too, we barbecue and stuff like that, but there's just little stuff how you connect. But I could say we definitely like glue right now.
I mean, just to add to that, I mean, a big part is, just we try to leave our egos at the door, right? We try to hold everybody accountable, and that's a big part of brotherhood. That's a big part of being a syndicate, right? I mean, just along with on the defensive side, Coach Shear, he shares this video about a Marine that was in training, and he basically risked his life for his Marine, for his brother. And when everybody asked him about it, they said because he would have did it for me. And so that's something that we just the mentality that we try to have with each other is just being my brother's keeper, right? So that's a big thing, and I feel like it's gonna pay off this year for sure.
Any more questions for these guys? All right, thanks, guys.